Sup, dick liquor? Get it? 'Cause it's Halloween.
I got the reference, you dirty son of a bitch.
Yeah, remember when I said I already knew how to open up the show when you said Halloween 6? That's
Yeah.
immediately what popped in my head.
That's if there's one thing Rob Zombie knows, it's how to write teenagers.
I mean, the, I realize that when that movie came out, we weren't our group wasn't with the cool kids or whatever. But maybe that's how the cool kids talk.
Yeah, Mr. Too Coolio for Schoolio.
Oh boy. Alright, so what have you been up to these past 2.5 weeks?
It's been a while
Since we
since you
recorded.
made me. What?
It's been a while since we recorded.
Since you had me watch OK Connery. Um, just been working, going to school. What about you?
uh, Working. I've been actually doing a research on film schools to go to. Been trying to get this business thing going with my dad. Watching videos, playing games, watching movies.
Did you watch? You saw Pee Wee the whole thing?
I did.
What'd you think?
I really enjoyed it.
It was really funny.
Dude, there were a few just hard gut laughs that I had.
Not a
Like,
perfect movie,
no,
but it was a good
yeah,
time.
yeah. Like it's got 4 stars, I think, on Netflix, and I think that's right where it is. It, it's it is not a perfect movie, but I would definitely say, if you're, say you get home from work, put it on. It's good. You know.
All right. Well, you ready for some news?
I am ready for the news.
I don't have that much.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so Batman versus Superman comes out this week.
Friday, right?
Yeah, are you excited?
I didn't know that it was already coming out.
Yes, you thought Suicide Squad was going to be
Yeah,
coming out.
I did. I, it's just, dude, it creeps up on you, man.
Why would Suicide Squad be the movie they use to kick off this cinematic universe?
I didn't think about that. I just thought I knew one of the DC movies was coming out, and it, dude, I don't know. My time's still kind of thrown about. I, like movie wise, I felt like it was earlier in the year than it actually was. Like the summer schedule starts in a month.
When you lived in Wisconsin, I could kind of understand not being hip of what's going on, but you're in Miami now. I mean, what use?
I, I don't know. I just did.
Are you looking forward to it?
You know, I'm really interested to see how they do it because there's internet hype, and I would guess you could say there's internet anti-hype. Like there's speculation on how good it's gonna be, how bad it's gonna be, how middling it's gonna be. I'm just kind of interested to see how they really get the ball rolling on this shared universe.
Some early reviews are out from some like online critics that I listen to. Kind of just saying that it's just okay.
Yeah, I can actually see that. I mean, it's what 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but they're saying that I don't know. Apparently, and I'm withholding judgment until I see it. But apparently, Ben Affleck's Batman is really great. But apparently, the movie's just kind of a mess plot wise,
Mm.
which is a bummer.
Yeah, that still. I mean, just based on that alone, makes you want to ask DC like, guys, what are you waiting for? Like, why is it taking you so long? But like, I guarantee you, Suicide Squad will be the hit that it looks like it's gonna be.
Well, I think Batman versus Superman is going to be a hit too, even if
I mean,
it's not.
I mean, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Batman and Superman is gonna make a shitload of money.
The DC universe isn't in any trouble as far as money wise goes, but as far as like, because I think Zack Snyder is supposed to do Justice League also, from what I understand, and I guess his direction is kind of a big problem with this movie.
That surprises me not at all.
What are you talking about?
Look, like I love The Watchmen. All right, I love that movie. I don't care what any like I've read. You know how many times I've read the fucking comic book. I love the comic book too. But there are some people that just shit all over that movie because of Snyder. I actually like it because of Snyder. You know, like he's got some early shit that I really like, and I think he's a wonderful visionary guy. It's just, dude, some of the things he does is just a mess. Like Sucker Punch.
Yeah, nobody talks about that.
That movie's a mess.
Never seen it.
It's not good. Doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know if it was supposed to make sense in the first place, but yeah, that movie's just a giant fucking 2 hour mess.
Zack Snyder, I think the reason why like 300 and Watchmen worked is because it's based on pre-existing material that he could accurately set up based off of comic frames. That's why I kind of like Man of Steel, because it was kind of his own thing. It was a departure from, you know, shooting stuff that already existed. But apparently, yeah, his direction's kind of a mess with this new movie.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, I mean, really, out of the two with Watchmen and 300, I really think the one where he took the most liberties was with 300. You know, just because the way the book is, I guess the book's more so in sort of this gritty reality based thing, and whereas the movie's more fantasy. Like, I haven't read 300. I've actually never even seen the comic book in the store.
I don't think it exists.
Like, like, have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
I've never seen the comic anywhere, but
I've only seen the movie like 2 times. I'm not really a big fan of it.
I'm not either, but I keep hearing that the comic book is more based in reality or more like a realistic tone, whereas I mean the movie's 100% fantasy really.
Yeah.
But yeah, like although Man of Steel is not my favorite Superman thing, I'm one of those moviegoers that if you set up rules that work within the world you're creating, I'm game. You know, I mean the only exception is Twilight, but that's because its rules are stupid. But, but
We don't like you.
but yeah, like Man of Steel, it does a good thing. It's trying to tell a different story. Whereas that honest trailer that actually, came up about it made a good point.
Yeah.
The Man of Steel reflects modern society, how we are now, whereas, Superman of the past reflected what people wanted out of society. So, yeah, I appreciate what Man of Steel did. And, actually, I'll take it back. With all that being said, I really hope that I really enjoy Batman versus Superman just because, I want to believe, man.
Well, the bad reviews are coming.
Oh, dude,
bad
there's gonna be a million nerds on the internet going, "I hate this movie. It gave me cancer."
It might have, but what I'm really looking forward about it is I want to see a continuation of this Superman because I feel like the way the movie ends, we don't really know him that well
Right.
for Man of Steel. So I want to see more with him. I like Lois a lot. I like to see some of her. I hope the new Batman is good, and I hope that Lex is good. That's all I'm really hoping for.
I, I think the most out of that movie that I'm worried about is Lex.
Yeah, that's a wild card. I I like Jesse Eisenberg as an actor, but I have
Mm-hmm.
not enjoyed what I've seen of him in the
No,
trailers.
and like you, my favorite version of Lex is the kind that was in Red Sun, where he's sort of like a misguided good guy, but it feels like they're trying to do like a cartoony take on Lex. But we'll find out on Friday because really at this point, it's just speculation for me and you.
Yeah, exactly. So far, though, my favorite live action Lex has been from Smallville. Even though the show itself kind of went to crap, the way they portrayed that Lex, I actually thought was really good with by that Michael Rosenbaum.
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely hate Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. So I will just say that
What you don't like Gene Hackman playing Gene Hackman trying to be Lex Luthor? You don't like that?
he what was he even doing in that movie? Like, I don't even get his character. He says he's a genius, but only because he surrounds himself with idiots.
I'm willing. I am. This is based on absolutely no research and just all shooting it out of my ass. But I'm willing to bet that Gene Hackman in that role was him trying to come up with a popular winner because by that time he'd only really done like two big movies. And one of those wasn't a huge success. Like,
Well,
you know,
Gene Hackman bullied Wes Anderson, so I hope he gets ball cancer for ruining Lex Luthor and being mean to one of my favorite directors.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Fuck Gene
Okay, so
Hackman.
off of Hackman's balls. J.K. Simmons is Commissioner Gordon.
Okay.
You don't
I,
think it's great?
honestly, it's hard for me to see him as another role other than J. Jonah Jameson.
Did you see Whiplash?
I have yet to see Whiplash.
God damn
Is it
you.
on Netflix?
I don't know. Maybe. See Whiplash. He is amazing in that.
I
Once you, if you see him in that, it will eclipse everything you thought you knew about him.
like. Here's the thing. I love the hell out of him. He's he's one of my favorite curmudgeons. He is. He's fantastic. Jameson. Uh, fuck his little tiny role in Burn After Reading is just icing on the cake of that great movie.
Also, don't forget he was great in Thank You for Smoking as BR.
Dude, I that's a movie I need to go back and watch again. It might not have aged well because it's like what 10 years old.
I think it has. I mean, yeah, some of the things are a little bit dated, some of the concepts, but I think it's
Mm-hmm.
still pretty good.
Like at the very least, Aaron Eckhart and Simmons' acting's probably still top notch.
No, I think it's still a great movie. The only thing that I think stands out that I'm not super cool with in that movie is Katie Holmes, only because I think she's not that great of an actress.
I agree.
But I think he will be great as Commissioner Gordon. I'm really excited to see what they do there. So you finally saw Kingsman and you liked it.
Yes,
Julianne Moore is going to be the villain in the next one. I told you that already.
yes, you did.
Halle Berry is signing on to be in the movie. Does that give you cause for concern?
I don't like Halle Berry.
Nobody does.
Like, here's the thing. All right, Storm. Is there a better person to play Storm? Absolutely. Don't ask me who because I haven't thought that far.
Angela Bassett
Sure.
in her prime.
Sure. Zoe Saldana. Sure.
She wasn't around back then.
She wasn't, was she? She didn't come.
No,
Yeah. Well,
she wasn't big.
I'm sure there's some other black actress. But here's the thing. I wholeheartedly feel Halle Berry winning an Oscar, complete fluke.
What'd she win it for?
She won it for Monsters Ball.
I don't care for that movie.
Never actually seen it.
Keith, what the hell?
My parents say it's great. Other people say, it's okay. And
Yeah.
that's just not one of those movies that I really feel like I would go out of my way to watch.
What has she really been good in? Besides, obviously, the Flintstones, because I have a passion for that movie.
Um, I don't know, but I mean, she's not the main bad part about uh, Die Another Day, but she sure as
But you
shit didn't help. Oh, you know I'm a huge Bond fan, and that movie's just a shit show all the way through, and she didn't help.
it's like a guilty pleasure for me, though. It's so stupid. But any movie that has like an ice palace, I have to like.
I thought that way for a long time until I marathoned all the Bonds over a course of like 3 days. And dude, I just went, I don't have time for this.
Okay. Do you like Indiana Jones?
Yeah, and I know where you're going with this.
Making another one.
I, dude, so they're making a fourth movie?
You know what they're doing.
That's the Indiana Jones fan I am. It's a trilogy. It's not a quadrilogy. It's a trilogy, damn it.
So you don't think this will be good?
I I, I don't have any faith. Cuz it's kind of clear to me that Harrison Ford doesn't care that much about acting.
Well, some people think maybe Star Wars reinvigorated him a bit.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I th- I think he did that because they told him he was gonna die and they were gonna pay him like 50 million or whatever it was. I know it was like, didn't he get paid the most out of anyone else on that fucking movie?
So do you think he got some kind of like perverse pleasure knowing that Han Solo was going to get killed and people were going to be upset?
I think so.
Do you think he like got aroused when he was reading the script?
like like I imagine him just remember that South Park episode with the Michael Jackson as Ike at
Yeah.
the children's pageant?
Yeah.
I imagine that's him. He's one of those judges masturbating while he's reading the script, just with his tongue out, just like going fucking wild. He's like, "I'm gonna die. Oh yes."
Fans will be unhappy. I bet they kill off Indy in this movie. He's probably banking on that too.
uh, that's true because they could always have Shia LaBeouf take the lead. He's his son.
Okay, I've only seen the first Indiana Jones movie,
I know.
and I fell asleep during it.
I don't know how.
I couldn't get into it. I feel like maybe if I go back and rewatch it, I might like it, but so I don't have a connection to the series. They're making a fifth one. I don't care. I was curious what you thought, especially because it's the same script writer as Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I I actually don't think that the problems with Crystal Skull lie solely in the script. Like, I am actually okay with the alien thing just because like the supernatural things of the first three movies wound up being real. Okay? So that means that, you know, supernatural is real. Why can't aliens be real? I think that the biggest problems with Crystal Skull lie completely not completely, mostly in the execution. Like there's very little practical effect. It's mostly CGI. It's all like, sort of this railroad sort of thing. None of it really feels real. There's no impact. It's very much like a a Star Wars prequel movie. That's how it feels to me.
You think they'll bring back Shia LaBeouf?
I actually kind of hope so. I gotta say, I kind of like Shia LaBeouf.
I don't think they will because he's clearly a fucking lunatic.
I don't think they will because the hype around it, because everyone does see him that way. I don't know if he's a lunatic or not. I just know that the movies I've seen him actually give a shit in, he's done wonderful.
Look, we all want to see him in an Even Stevens continuation. He should just do that.
Yes, god damn it. Bring it back.
Maybe I should have started with this one since we are talking about Batman versus Superman, but whatever. Um, I run the news here, and I will
You
put it in
do
the order.
run the news.
Apparently, I guess they originally had an idea for Batman versus Superman that included, I don't know how big of parts, but Joker and the Riddler were in it at one point.
Uh, I think it's fine what they're doing right now.
You think it was good to cut them out?
Yeah.
You don't think the movie could have fit more with Batman, Superman, Lex Luthor, Lois, Perry White, Wonder Woman, probably Aquaman and Flash, most likely Cyborg, Doomsday?
You know, I still hold my feeling of I want this to be a success. I want it to be really good. But I feel like them cutting Joker and Riddler out was a great idea because we know that Sony had to do two movies to realize that you should not cram your movie with a million characters.
Don't talk about Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't want to hear it.
It's a bad movie. It's not even fun to watch.
I've only seen it once. I never plan to watch it again.
You know what I've watched more than The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
But
The Cinema Sins Amazing Spider-Man 2. Dude,
yeah.
no other Cinema Sin bit really makes me feel pleasure. Like, like the others, I feel like they're nitpicking or, like, oh, I actually kind of like that movie. I mean, I know it's bad, but I actually like it. No, fuck Amazing Spider-Man 2. The movie is garbage from start to finish.
I guess the third one was going to have Norman Osborn's frozen head.
I'm glad they're not doing any of those anymore.
I was kind of bummed because I really like that actor as
Oh,
as Norman
uh,
Cooper.
yeah, yeah, whatever Cooper. I
One
can't
of the
remember.
Coopers.
He's a guy that I can never remember his name, but I want him in everything.
He's a great actor,
He's so good.
and I liked him as Norman the whole 5 minutes he was in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, yeah. He was the best part about that movie. Pretty much the only good part about it.
I was looking forward to him being the Goblin. I mean, apparently they didn't want to do that, but
What is
whatever.
it? What is it? Something retroactive hyperplasia.
Yeah, do you get? He looks like a goblin because of his disease.
I want to know. I want to be a fly in that meeting room where they were coming up with that stupid made up name. Because that whole was, yeah, something retroactive hyperplasia. That, not even close to a real thing. I don't know what's so hard with he got splashed with chemicals. Couldn't they have just done it that way?
It's like, hey guys, let me see. How can we do Norman Osborn? Because we already have an idea for Electro. He's going to be the Riddler from Batman Forever, and then he's going to turn into Dr. Manhattan, and then he'll probably die. But what about Norman? We've been building him up in the first movie. We're going to get a great actor to play him. Let's kill him off in the first, 20 minutes. Okay, I'm on board. What are you going to kill him with? Let's just make up a disease that turns him into a green goblin. It turns his skin green. He grows sick nails. Okay, what are we going to do with that? Nothing!
Like, we'll make Harry worried and, and terrified that he's gonna die. Yeah, in like, I don't know, 40 years.
No,
Why
no,
would
no,
he be
no, no. He'll be
afraid?
scared now. He'll be scared now. They use him again, because that actor's really good. Okay, okay, listen to this. Listen to this. We'll freeze his head.
So we're not actually getting the actor.
No, no, we will, but only to have his head.
So we're gonna pay for his likeness, but not him?
Did I mention I don't work here?
Eh! Oh, this movie's a fucking train wreck anyway. Throw it in!
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, people don't like Amazing Spider-Man 2? He was a
I'm,
colossal failure.
I'm okay with them cutting out Joker. I think it's good they're saving him as like the big selling point for Suicide Squad, which most people might not want to go see, not knowing he's in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm actually really glad you brought us back because I completely forgot where we were.
Um, yeah, like I'm glad they're cutting him out, but it makes me wonder if they cast Riddler already and they're kind of just saving that for maybe the solo Batman movie.
I'm cool with that.
The Riddler is my favorite Batman villain, and I would love to see him done right on the big screen.
Yeah, he can act. He can have such a good story that nobody's done except for like the animated series.
I can hope, but when the first teaser came out or something, Batman versus Superman, there is screenshots of like the Riddler question mark on walls in certain scenes.
Yeah, like I said, I think if they just you know pick the like one of the really good comics with Riddler in it
Mhm.
and just stick to it and take liberties where it needs to flow, I think they could just make a good movie. Because I don't want anything great. I just want good. You know?
That's where we are now.
like like the way that Hollywood is right now is like either you have absolutely no budget or you have a super massive budget that that those are the only movies that Hollywood seems to want to make. Because with no budget, you don't lose any money and you're almost guaranteed to make it back or just make more money off of it. Whereas a huge budgeted movie, you put enough into it, it's gonna have people flock to see it, and
There,
that'll bring it in. But I think if they tried to like make a Batman movie that's under 150 million, they won't know what to do with it. But
there's no way in hell they're gonna not make a huge. I mean, look, they got Ben Affleck. Supposedly, he's like the best part of Batman versus Superman. I'm sure they're gonna put everything into the next Batman movie,
yeah, probably.
and he might direct. Which I mean,
Who?
Affleck.
I am okay with that.
Yeah, most people are kind of just assuming that he's gonna. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but they're kind of just assuming that he was brought on
Oh,
to
dude.
star and direct.
Dude, if the Riddler's pulling a heist, definitely get Ben Affleck on it. Cause that dude can make a heist movie.
Who would you like to see as the Riddler?
Um, let's see. If we're going for older people, who?
Eddie
Matt,
Murphy.
Matt Damon. Why not?
You're being silly right now. Okay.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be cool? Is if
How do
like,
you like them riddles?
or if like the last line of it is, I was really hoping you weren't gonna be here when I came.
All right.
But
Last story.
yeah,
Um, Zack Snyder. I really should have organized his news better, but again, I don't care. I will put it in the order that I find it in, with no real effort in there. But apparently, Zack Snyder said that he wants to make another 300 movie, but not a sequel
I
to
read
300.
about this.
Yeah, like
300
a series of-
inspired.
Yeah,
fuck you. Like, no, I don't like the artistic vision of 300. That's the movie part of 300 is what I don't like about it. Like, it was a
Well,
huge success 10 years ago, but it's hard for me to say if a movie like that would bring in more people because they did a sequel that didn't make a lot of money, which I
what
actually
would
heard was good.
what would this new one even be about? Like, I know he said he wanted to do like like a George Washington movie. So would he be like, I have no interest. I don't know.
See,
Zack Snyder, what are you doing?
see that tells me that when he says he wants to make more 300 movies, he wants to make more movies that are almost completely just cartoons.
With a lot of slow mo and violence.
Slow-mo, violence, homoeroticism, and mutants.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I remember about 300.
Yeah, I know, right?
I just remember him in like was he in like a whorehouse or something at one point?
The mutated guy who's an actual character in the real story of the stand at Thermopylae, who, by the way, in the movie 300 and in the comic, actually gets the short end of the staff. The dude in history is actually a pretty cool character. Anyway, mutant Xerxes brings him to his, I guess, hell replacement tent of hookers and disfigured people and weeble people and says, "You can have all of this fucked up shit if you just spy for me." And to which the guy was like, "Cool."
Just replace him with George Washington, and you got a movie.
Nah. I,
Alright,
I'm like
that's all I
you,
got
man.
for news.
I'm not looking forward to that shit. I don't even want to see
No,
it.
me neither. I have
Um,
no interest.
Before we get into the movie, have you watched any of Daredevil yet?
No, I have not.
I gotta say, I think Jessica Jones is still the better one
Hmm.
because that thing just had me gripped the entire way through.
Hmm.
I think this one works better as an episodic. Like if like you watch maybe two or three at the most on a given day,
Hmm.
and then wait the following day or 2 days from then and can continue like that. I think it works best because there's so much shit crammed into it, and it makes it work. It's just a lot at once. And what's his name? Shane from
I know
Walking
who it
Dead.
is. Yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah, good fucking Punisher.
Really?
Yeah. Although I still love the hell out of Punisher Warzone because that's a bloody cartoon of glory. But Thomas Jane, I think, did a better character.
You know, I love the Daredevil comic books. Like, he's a character that I really do like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know the current run they're doing now, but the one they were doing like a couple years ago, I was really into. Like, I really like this character. I've only seen the first episode of the show of season 1.
Of Daredevil?
Yeah.
You've never seen the entire thing?
Nope.
Pretty good. Vincent D'Onofrio is really fucking good, and he comes back in this season as Kingpin.
Well, thanks for spoiling it for me.
I'm sorry I spoiled the cast.
I watched the first episode, and I think the thing is, the guy who plays Daredevil played a slippery shit in Boardwalk Empire.
See, I've never seen the entire thing of Boardwalk Empire, which I really should because fuck, what's his name? He's like the creepiest person alive. He kind of talks like this in everything he's in. Just he's very serious. He's got steely eyes. You know what I'm talking about?
You're describing like the entire cast of Boardwalk Empire. Which character? Like, what does he look like? The actor?
I'll just fucking look him up. You talk about Boardwalk Empire. Because I
We're
can't
talking
remember his
about now.
name.
Do you know like what he plays on the show? Like, I mean, are you talking about Michael Pitt?
No.
Are you talking about
Although
Steve
Michael Pitt is
Buscemi?
really awesome.
What?
Although Michael Pitt is really cool. Michael Shannon.
Why don't you just say Zod?
Because I forgot he was Zod. Give me a break.
He's amazing in Boardwalk Empire.
He's one of my favorite actors.
Oh, watch Boardwalk Empire.
I will eventually.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
Oh, the guy who plays Daredevil plays a shit on Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, yeah, and I will not forgive him for that. So there we go.
Alright,
If I
alright.
see him in person, I will make it known.
Okay.
So you'll watch Steve Buscemi stick his fingers in a donkey's ass and then in like Taylor Lautner's mouth, but you won't watch Boardwalk Empire.
Look. Yes.
That is my response.
Okay, are you ready to move into the movie?
Oh yes.
Now, I think you're gonna be disappointed with me. I didn't like Halloween 6, but I didn't hate it either.
Well,
I'm-
I picked it because, like, you know, you're a Bond fan,
Right.
and you torture me with that piece of crap. I really love horror movies. The original Halloween is my favorite horror movie, and this movie's a turd, so I thought I could hurt you with it, but
I
apparently...
think you could have done a lot worse in the slasher genre. Like, pick any Friday 13th after, I don't know, 2 or 3. Those, to me, are way worse than this movie. Like, when I was watching it, I'm sitting there going, I don't like this. But Paul Rudd is really redeeming a lot of it for me.
He's easily the most disturbing character in a movie
He
full of cults
is.
and killers.
He is, but god damn it, he's charming.
Why did he talk like that?
The director told him to, I guess. Like, to me, the only thing that really pissed me off was this was a time in the 90s when satanic panic was sort of at its height. So automatically they're just like, man, I fucking hate this shit. Like, none of this shit was even real. Like, the biggest satanic panic case was the West Memphis 3, also known as like the Paradise Lost sort of case. 3 kids murdered other 3 kids, and they are like huge heavy metal fans, so they scapegoated them as Satanists. This happened in the 80s, but satanic panic was just in a full fucking thing in the 90s. So that's all I could think about for the first like 5 minutes. And then it turned into this really boring chase between the mother who I haven't seen Halloween 5, so maybe there's some part of this excellent story that I'm missing.
No, there isn't.
That maybe I'm like, maybe she was in Halloween 5? I just don't know. But goddamn, did that chase from the, I guess, underground hospital to some random bus station bathroom was really boring.
Okay, let me give you a brief breakdown of Halloween, okay?
Okay.
Not gonna get too in depth, but basically, Jamie Lee Curtis is in the first one and the second one, right?
Right.
Okay, she left the series and made Halloween 3. They made Halloween 4, and they want to go back to Michael Myers because Halloween 3 has nothing to do with him, which you know?
Right, because the audience at the time didn't know or didn't care that it was supposed to be an anthology from the start.
Right. So then, and the original thing about the original Halloween, which makes it so good, is originally Laurie isn't his sister in the first movie. Like, there's no inclination of that.
Right.
It was just him killing random people, which is scary.
That wasn't brought on till the second one, right?
Yep, John Carpenter
Right.
just kind of did it as like a last ditch effort.
Well, he did that because Halloween was originally inspired by Black Christmas, and that's the plot of Black Christmas.
No, it's not.
He comes back to kill the family, right?
No, no.
Really? I have
Yeah,
been telling
you're
myself.
talking about you're talking about the Black Christmas remake. The original Black Christmas isn't like that.
Oh, man. Why did I confuse the two?
You sound
Anyway.
stupid. Anyway, so yeah, originally it was just these girls he was killing, which is it's scarier than when you realize it's just his family, right?
Right.
Every time they try to explain a killer, he becomes immediately less scary because the killings are no longer random, you know?
Right.
So he, she was the sister in the second one, and then I guess that wasn't enough, so they killed her off screen because Jamie Lee Curtis didn't want to come back.
Mm-hmm. Don't blame her.
So, yeah. So they said, oh, she had a daughter who lives with an adopted family, and he's only killing her now because he can only kill his family for some reason. So she's a little girl that he's chasing in 4 and 5, and number 5 ends with him getting arrested. They just arrest him. And then in the 5th movie, they introduced the Man in Black, who they even admitted in writing they had no idea who he was when they wrote that movie.
And the Man in Black is in this one, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that confused the shit out of me, but continue.
Yeah. I mean, they reveal who it is in 6th one. When they made the 5th movie, they had no idea who it was. It was just an idea they had. So,
Okay.
part 5 ends with the Man in Black, like, blowing up the prison and breaking out Michael Myers and a little girl. Jump ahead many years later. The little girl's not in it anymore, so they recast some other actress to play her. So when she gets killed off, you don't care because you have no attachment to that actress.
True, and it's the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. So the plot, basically is Jamie escapes. You find out that Michael wasn't evil because he was evil, which is, again, scarier that he would just be an evil person.
Right.
But no, he's being controlled by a cult to kill off the people in his family in order to... What was the reason? Something about harvest? I don't know.
It had something to do with like a planetary alignment or like a planetary god or something. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Like, the thing with the Man in Black is I'm just sitting there going, is he like a cult priest or... And then he shows up, like you don't know who he is, but you know something's off with the character. Like, the reveal, I can't fucking remember, like, the name of the guy, but...
Dr. Terrence Wynn.
Right, I knew there was something off about that character. I just thought it was because, this was kind of, to me, a middle path forgettable movie. But when they made that reveal, I'm just like, okay. What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing.
and I swear to God, man, Loomis is going through this movie like, no, he's pure evil. Listen.
Okay. Dr. Loomis is my favorite horror character of all time.
Dude, they drag him through the mud to be in this movie.
This is nothing compared to Part 5.
Part 5? Why didn't you pick Part 5? Part 5 sounds way worse.
Oh, the best part about Part 5 is they have these 2 idiot cops, and they have music following them that sounds like the Bulk and Skull music from the Power Rangers.
Dude, I just thought of it. Bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it.
But I love Dr. Loomis because how many horror movies have like a reoccurring heroic character,
Not especially back then.
And he's such an interesting character. Like, he was a psychiatrist, and then he realizes the kid can't be reached.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, in the first movie, he's, trying to stop Michael's attacks, and the sheriff doesn't believe him, but Loomis is going to do what he needs to do to stop it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second one, he's pretty much the same thing. It picks up right after the first movie, so he's kind of going around trying to warn people.
Right.
He's a little bit of a dick, but it's because he needs to get shit done.
Right. He has no time to sit there and sweet talk.
Right. The end of the movie, have you seen the original Halloween 2?
Not in a long time.
It ends with him blowing himself up with Michael.
Oh, yeah.
He kills both of them, and that was supposed to be the end of the movie, but they bring him back. And the fourth one, this is when he starts to become, like, cartoony Loomis. He's got, like, these third-degree burns on his face. And he has no subtlety in his performance. He's running around, like, just screaming at the top of his lungs. He's basically scarier than Michael Myers himself. You have this old man running around screaming at children with burns on his face, causing hell. And then the fifth movie is like the pinnacle of disturbing Loomis.
Mm-hmm.
He holds that little girl that I'm talking about Jamie.
Yeah.
Dragging her through the house, using her as bait. This scared little girl, he's holding her right in front of Michael, like, come and get her! Come on! And he's trying to, like, lure him under this chain link fence that falls on him as a trap. But he's using a child as bait. So in Halloween 6, he's more toned down, and I appreciated that.
Yeah, from the sounds of it, we should have watched Halloween 5.
I don't think it was on Netflix. Otherwise, I probably would.
It might not be. But,
yeah, that one's terrible, too.
To me, the two parts of this movie that made me, neither like nor dislike it were Paul Rudd, because even though his character is a real fucking creep, he's Paul Rudd. He's super charming,
Yes, he is.
Paul Rudd's been charming forever. And Michael Myers' kill scenes I thought were pretty cool. Like, he has a thing with, like, lifting people up and just impaling them on shit.
Hey, the people he kills in this,
I don't care about them. I just thought how, they were murder fodder was really cool.
You didn't care about Biff Tannen Dangerfield?
Nope. All I can think of is him picking up a woman and just shoving her fucking head onto a spike. Or him picking up a woman and just impaling her on a fucking pitchfork. Does it make sense? No, but it doesn't need to. Because it looks cool.
So, the weird thing is, like, the people he's killing in this movie is the Strode family.
Oh, that's what I was going to get to. But yeah, go on.
They're the family of the people who adopt Jamie Lee Curtis, so they're not even related to Michael.
Yeah, it's like it's the Star-Lord, or was it from Spaceballs. I am your father's first cousin's former roommate, and that's why you must die.
Yeah, like, the most unlikable human being is the father of this family.
Seriously, and his wife, I guess she learned running by watching, like, hamsters or something, because little baby steps. Little baby steps when she runs.
I like when the movie followed for 10 minutes just doing old lady chores. Like, she's doing and the weird thing about this movie is, like, anytime a character enters a house and the lights are out, they assume that someone's hiding from them. They don't just assume
God, right? Like, why was it that when the kids came home, they're like, Mom?
Yeah. Like, when
You home? No? Alright.
Dad isn't home.
And, like, yeah, this, like, they automatically go, Mom? Oh my God, someone killed her! Like, just, instead of, they must have run out, their immediate reaction is, there's a murderer in the house. Who does that? Whose gut reaction is exaggeration?
Just this bizarre, unlikable family. Did you like the main redhead girl?
Yeah, I did.
I kind of liked her too,
Yeah.
but there's not really much to her.
No. Uh, I I must say, this movie probably more so than any of the other slashers reminded me most of Behind the Mask. Which people, if you have not seen Behind the Mask, the story of Leslie Vernon, fucking watch it. Track it down and watch it because it's great. But Michael Myers is like the ultimate prankster.
Yep.
He just hides shit in the strangest places. Which, you know how to ruin a slasher movie? Make it from the viewpoint of the slasher. Because it goes from being a horror movie to a comedy immediately. You kill somebody, okay, where can I put this?
I love that he like murdered the mother, but then like cleaned up after himself.
He was so tidy.
They don't find her until like the last act of the movie, and she gets killed really quickly.
Like, you have to respect his craft.
Exactly. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for years.
He's a veteran. I feel like we should do like a Mystery Science Theater of probably this movie, or one that does this slasher thing so weirdly, and do it just like an ESPN commentary. Oh, see what you're going for? See, what he did was he killed her, and now he's gonna hide the body so that hopefully, maybe, someone walks past and trips it. Oh, he did a good job there. Of course he did. Like, I feel like that right there is what this movie needs. Commentators that just go, oh, that was a good shot there, Lemon. Yes, it was, Mike.
Other than Paul Rudd or Loomis, did you like any of the people in it?
Well, the redhead, yeah. Redhead, Loomis, Paul Rudd. Nobody else I gave a shit about.
I like that everyone is like aware of this family's abuse. Like the girlfriend
And
comes
no
over
one
with the
does
son.
anything about. Yeah, dude, what was with that? They
She's
were just
like-
like straight up jerks.
She's like, oh, hit you pretty bad this morning, huh? Okay, see ya. Like, no one does anything.
Yeah, you doing okay? Aw. Bye!
I do like the idea of Haddonfield kind of banning Halloween because of the murders.
Yeah, I can
But
see
it wasn't
how,
really it wasn't really banned. We saw kids trick or treating in the movie.
Yeah, it was like nothing happened. I don't know, dude. It's like they brought that up, and as they were writing the movie, they forgot they said it.
Did you like DJ Jeff Foxworthy?
No. He's so annoying.
His death was like totally unrelated to anything.
It wasn't fun. It just wasn't fun to watch.
What do you think of the explanation itself? I mean, if they're going to explain why Michael is doing this, how do you feel about the cult angle?
Just watching this movie, because it seems like they were trying to plant that in the fifth one.
They weren't.
Because when I was watching this one, if you hadn't told me, because I've seen this movie, I have, but I must have only seen it when I was like real little or something.
That's scarring, but continue.
But if you wouldn't have told me that this is about a cult preventing Michael Myers from dying, I would have never fucking known. I would have never gathered that.
It's not hinted at all in the fifth movie.
Really?
Really?
Dude, someone must have watched this movie twice, because I didn't get that the first time I watched it. Because I'm just like, I know there's a cult in here. It's very obvious. There's something going on with child sacrifice. I'm not exactly sure what.
What, like, they had Michael Okay, there's a director's cut of this movie.
Okay.
It's not any better.
So it's not like Daredevil director's cut.
No, it's in many ways it's worse. But
Ugh.
you find out, I don't know, maybe did you understand that the baby was Michael's?
I didn't think that was possible. I thought it was like a
Well,
relative.
no, well the girl was his niece, but yeah, the cult had him impregnate her.
Off screen?
Yeah, in the director's cut they explain it.
Oh.
But
Was
if they're
that
trying to
hinted at
make,
in the regular movie?
huh?
Was that said in the regular movie?
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. Like if you didn't pick up on it, it must not have
Oh.
been there.
Okay.
But if their whole goal is to have him kill off his family, why are they having him reproduce and make more?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Oh,
But
you know what I also thought was kind of cool in this movie? All the grunge music.
yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool. Had no place in this movie, but I thought it was pretty
Oh.
cool. Hey, hey, that's nice that's there.
Okay. I don't want to sound sexist in any way, but I hate women. No, wasn't it, okay, was it I don't know how to say this without being offensive, but I'm going to say it
Go
anyway.
ahead.
Was it a little weird they had a girl topless who had the most flattest chest I've ever seen?
I don't think it's sexist. I mean, the rest of this movie didn't have anything.
Did you notice that her chest was super flat though?
I'm not a really big. I'm one of those people that doesn't really care about the size.
Whatever.
Oh.
You don't know what you're saying.
Um,
But do you want to know what the ending of the director's cut is?
Yes, please.
Okay, so Michael Myers. Okay, also, why did he kill the cult?
That one didn't make sense because if they had Michael impregnate her, did they use like a voodoo doll?
And he seemed like he was going along with it all. Then he just murders all of them in the end. But the original ending is it's really fucking stupid. But Paul Rudd's character has these little tablets that have the runes on them,
Mm-hmm.
and he lays them on the floor, and they pretty much immobilize Michael Myers. Then they leave. Loomis comes back in, and like Michael isn't Michael. Like it's actually the old doctor guy who's the real villain. And he like grabs Loomis's hand, and the tattoo on his arm transfers over to Loomis, making it that Loomis is now Michael's caretaker for the cult thing. And then it ends.
That's retarded.
So that scream at the very end of the movie when Loomis is like, "Oh, I have some other things to go back for," and then it just cuts off camera. His scream was originally after that tattoo went on him. He's like, "Ah!"
Oh my god.
Yep.
Maybe we should have watched the director's cut. Because, good god, that's stupid.
But unfortunately, Donald Pleasance passed away, and they weren't able to reshoot any of the stuff, so they have the crappy ending that we have now.
So, what did they do with the sequels after this? Like, I've seen pieces of H2O.
Yeah, H2O basically skips over 4, 5, and 6.
Ah. So it's
Yeah.
like Superman Returns with Michael Myers.
Yep,
Isn't that on Netflix?
maybe. That's actually a pretty decent one.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Halloween, Halloween 2, and H2O are the good ones in the series. But yeah,
Halloween
H2O
3?
What?
Halloween 3.
I don't like Halloween 3.
Yo, you're so wrong. Halloween 3 is awesome.
No, it's not.
There's bugs and snakes crawling out of a child's head.
Which
Like
yeah,
many
that's great.
children's heads.
But I see that like every time I close my eyes anyway, so.
Oh, it's nothing new.
Oh, more days till Halloween, Halloween. That's a song in the movie.
I know. I love Halloween 3. I fucking adore that movie.
Well, you're wrong. But H2O, whenever they mention Michael Myers, they mention that he supposedly burned to death at the end of Halloween 2. So they skip over the other movies.
Oh. How? Do they still bring him back?
in H2O. They don't say where he's been the past like 30 years
Oh. He's been grunting in a field.
with a beard,
Uh,
and he's eating dogs and.
Seeing his fucking, like, his mother on a white horse.
Okay, you know what? Someday I would like to make a video about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 because there's like some good stuff in there, but a lot of bad stuff.
We should.
I think this movie is worse than Halloween 2. What do you think?
I think Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is worse than this.
I disagree.
Alright. Because, like I said, like, I didn't hate it, but I certainly didn't like it.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 has the same kind of problem, though. Whenever you try to explain Michael Myers, the explanation better be good, or else it's going to be laughable.
Yeah, like, Halloween 1 really gave the best explanation. It went with he's evil, but it did more with that. You know?
Are you talking about the original Halloween or Rob Zombie's
Rob
Halloween?
Zombie's.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, they had like a dysfunctional family. And
Yeah,
shit.
like, it still shows him being pure evil. Even as a kid, he's a little bastard. But
Yeah, he killed cats.
right, but they show more of him being pure evil. You know?
Yeah.
Whereas trying to go, like, there's a cult or there's some other stupid bullshit. I like that. But yeah, we could do an entire episode on Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 if we wanted. But overall, yeah, I still say I didn't hate this movie.
Well, I hate you for not hating it. I wanted to hurt you, damn it.
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna hurt you with our next movie. Oh, and before I get there, I've been doing a lot of thinking with, with what I said about OK Connery, 8 out of 10 stars. It's not a good movie, alright? It's not. I just
No.
enjoyed it a lot. But that 8 out of 10 stars makes it sound like it's a good movie. I don't think we should give a rating anymore.
Okay.
Like, I just think we should do, like, is it worth watching? Is it not worth watching,
It's like an all or nothing.
Right. Like, or, like a varying degree. Like, this one, again, don't hate it, don't like it. I think you could do a lot worse.
I don't think it's worth watching at all.
Yeah, you're right. I just think
Like,
you could do a lot worse. If there's like a Halloween marathon on and you still have cable and you see Halloween 6 on, you got nothing better to do, why not?
Or go hang yourself. Like, these movies that I pick for you to watch, I think I get angrier at myself than I am
Probably.
with anything.
Probably.
Like, while watching Halloween 6, within the first 10 minutes, I was like, fuck, I gotta watch this whole goddamn thing again. Why did I do this to myself?
Yeah, you should pick movies that I hate, or that you think I would hate, but that you would find pleasure in knowing that I hate it.
I kind of thought that would be this. Apparently, I picked wrong.
Really?
But
Really? Because that's the case with our next movie.
I don't like the joy I hear in your
I don't
voice.
like it. I kind of hate it. But I know you're gonna fucking just loathe this movie. And I'm gonna rub my nipples knowing that you're sitting there seething at my pick.
You're pulling a Harrison Ford.
Christian, it's turkey time. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
What's turkey time?
We are gonna watch Geely.
What?
I wanted to pick a romantic comedy.
I
I wanted to find Fool's Gold with Matthew McConaughey because that movie just pisses me off to no end.
don't even know where to find Geely.
Netflix.
God damn it. actually somewhat fitting because Ben Affleck, Batman.
Yeah, that's what I thought after I picked it. But yeah, I wanted to find Fool's Gold because I love Matthew McConaughey, and that movie's just a massive turd. And Donald Sutherland has the most pointless English accent in that movie. But I couldn't find it anywhere. So I figured, what's the next best romantic comedy? Because we haven't done that. We've done horror comedy? I guess you could call it that.
Are
Western
you talking about
comedy?
the Ridiculous Six?
No, I guess you could consider Human Centipede 3 a horror comedy.
I'm genuinely upset right now.
You know what? I told my mom and dad this last week, and their reaction was, "Do you hate Christian?"
I've somehow managed to go my entire life without having to watch that.
Yay!
Just knowing I'm gonna have to give time and sit down and take note. I
See, here's the thing about Geely. It was offensive and bad when it came out. But in this culture of tolerance and acceptance that we live in, it's doubly offensive because Ben Affleck has sex with a lesbian to convince her that she likes dick.
Holy shit.
I know! I am getting so much pleasure from this.
Good God.
Oh my god, I'm so happy with myself.
Wow, okay.
Oh my god, I'm fucking crying over here from happiness.
You cut me deep with that one, brother.
Like I said, it's just funny knowing that you're gonna hate this a lot more than
You're taking it up a notch. I see what I'm dealing with now. I didn't understand the level of psychopathy involved in this.
fucking with a heavyweight. Apparently
so. This is a sick game of mental chicken that we're playing here. All right.
Oh my god. So, does that mean it'll be a month before we record so you can put off watching it?
No, I'm on spring break. I'll genuinely try to watch it by Sunday.
Oh.
But I can't make any promises. The next review will go up when it goes up. Whoever's listening, me and you.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ridiculous 6 still has 12 views. OK Connery has like 5. But
you mean people aren't looking up reviews for a movie no one's heard about?
But the funniest thing, and who'd have thought, there's 50-something views for the video that has the picture of some guy holding a crude cartoon drawing of 6 men sewed ass to mouth.
That video has 50-something views?
Yes.
Weird.
Imagine that. The one with the ass to mouth people has the most views.
Other people are listening to my voice. It sounds like a gay robot. Alright, Geely.
Geely!
I'll try by Sunday.
Okay.
No promises. If, for whatever reason, I kill myself in the meantime, there's documented evidence it's because of Keith Dressy.
Yep. Yes.
Up to that point, I've been working. I work 40 hours a week, full-time job, putting myself through college to be a social worker. I have goals. This movie brought me to the point of killing myself. Just so you know, I leave nothing to anybody. I leave it all for my ghost, but we will see. I might not be here next week. We'll see. I may have shed my mortal coil. We will see.
Oh, the nipple rubbing. Oh,
All right.
Geely!
Yay.
Okay.
I'm basically right now. I'm on Amazon. I'm looking for the suit I want to be buried in. Just so you know that.
Oh my god, yes. Okay. Come back in a week or two or
An undetermined, specified amount of time.
the amount of time it takes somebody to build up the courage to watch Geely. That's when we'll be back.
Jesus Christ. All right. That was I didn't see that coming. All right.
Yay.
All right, man.
All right. See ya.
Bye.